Yo, what is up, everybody? Popo here, bring you guys a new video, and today we're going to be talking about the VGC rule sets. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, and today we're going to be talking about the VGC rule sets going forward here. There's some debate on what is going to happen, but what we know for right now is that starting on January 6th, we're going to see the return of Regulation G. Now, this is something that has never happened in the history of VGC. They have never gone back to a former format. They've always just gone forward or just stayed on the same format for a very long period of time. So going from a Regulation H format that we've had since September 1st, right after the World Championships, going straight back into the same format that we use in Regulation G. And this goes until April, and of course we don't know what will be after that, but I thought it'd be cool to speculate, maybe speculate a little bit for the longevity of the game to what I think is actually going to be the formats for the rest of the life cycle of this game. So from what I can tell, we're probably not getting another game until 2026, which means this game will have the most world championships out of any Pokemon game of all time. Usually there are only two, and then they would come out with the, like the upgraded version, Black and White 2 or whatever, and then that would have a world championship. None of that's going to happen, of course, because we are on this game. It's unknown how many world championships we would have had on Sword and Shield, but, with the pandemic and everything, we weren't able to see that. So this is kind of my breakdown here. This is what I think is going to be kind of what's happening. So let's take a look at this. So we got January to April for Regulation G. That's what's going to go on now. And then I think that's going to go into Regulation I, which will be a double restricted format. And this will go from May to September, sort of like we saw from Regulation G, where we had that from May 1st to August 31st. And we had Regulation F before that. And this will lead into September, which will be Regulation J. Now, what Regulation J is I have no idea. I know it's going to be something completely different. Maybe they get rid of terrestrialization. Maybe they get rid of restricted, just add Paradox Pokemon to what we have now in Regulation H. Something like that. But I really think that it's going to go in that direction. I don't think they're going to make this Regulation I last 2 years, which they might. They might. And then January to September, including Worlds, which I spelled including wrong. I apologize. Including Worlds, we will have Regulation I again. So it will just repeat itself, kind of like Regulation G is doing now. And then we will get from September until the new game, which will probably be October or November of that year. We will have Regulation K, which will probably be a more fun format, sort of like what we saw in Sword and Shield, where they actually ended up doing the mythical Pokemon. So why do I think that this is the way it's going to go? And why it's going to go all the way until 2026? Well, they announced the game that still has, one, no release date, two, no new information since that initial release. We know nothing new about Legends ZA. People are speculating that ZA will have VGC on it, but if we just look at the recent past and the other Legends game, I don't think VGC or even battles are going to be on that game, like, battling against your friends and stuff. I don't think it's going to be on there. I could be wrong. I hope to be wrong. I would love to see some battles and stuff like that, even if they don't do a competitive scene for the game. But they have it so you can battle your friends and stuff. Could be cool, unless they still have like the strong style, and that stuff is so bad. And the damage scaling is so bad in Arceus too. So hopefully we don't get that. But hopefully there is something. But since we don't have a release date for that, that seems like that's going to be the game that comes out in the year of 2025. And we're about to approach 2025. And we got Arceus in like January, I believe. So it was early, where obviously that's not going to happen. I don't even think it'll be before May. So we might not get it until like October, maybe August at the earliest, meaning they're not going to put out a Gen 10 or a remake of Subtype until possibly right after Worlds. Like there's no way that they're going to bring it before Worlds in 2026, because then the game switchover would be too quick, and I don't think they're really going to push for that. And if they do, I'm here for it. Like 10 out of 10, let's go, let's bring it. I think it would be really interesting to bring in a new game, but I really don't see it. I really see what probably is going to happen, and that we're going to be on that Regulation I for 2 World Championships. That means that double restricted format. We're going to see just these teams being built over 2 years. The meta is going to be super, super stale. Unless Regulation J is really, really good and kind of breaks it up a little bit. Kind of like Regulation H did for a little while, though. In more recent times, it's been getting a little bit meh. Regulation G is already pretty stale, so not really excited for that to come back. Like, I didn't like Regulation G the first time around, and I'm certainly not going to like it the second time around. So that's going to be a little bit tough. But I just don't see the games coming out before 2026 at some point, late 2026, mid 2026 maybe. I just don't see it coming out before Worlds in 2026. They're really off on their cycling of these games, and that could be a problem. Now, what I think they should have done instead of going back to Regulation G is just have another regulation where they added Paradox Pokemon to what Regulation H is now. I think could have been really interesting, or even just allow the regular legendaries, non-restricted, into the same format. I think that could have been a little bit different too. Just something to mix it up, and then go back into the Regulation G if you really want to, or just go straight into the Regulation I, which I guess would have been J if they made a second regulation here. And that could be the World's format with the double restricteds. I don't really know. I just think that the way that they're handling it and they're doing this is just not the way to go. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Regulation G brings down the attendance. Like, I personally think that the attendance of these regionals and stuff are going to start to decrease as people earn their invites. We have quite a few players, like really good players, who have won regionals already that aren't going to have to participate in any more regionals, so they won't be in them anymore. That means numbers are going to go down. There's going to be people starting to realize that they cannot earn their World's invites because they just can't go to too many events, or they just didn't do well enough in the ones that they went to, so that's going to start decreasing as well. We've already seen a decrease in locals, especially with people already maxing out their points. They just don't go to locals anymore. There's no point. So we've seen a decrease in local attendance already. And I think regional attendance is going to follow that sometime soon. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while. I just got back from Japan. Then I was out sick for about a week, a little bit over a week. I'm still a little bit off, if you can hear it in my voice or not. So yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with what the numbers look like and what the attendances were for the regionals and the international or anything like that. But I just have a feeling that it's going to keep decreasing, and it's just not very good, especially with the way that they're doing championship points and stuff this year. It's just not the best format of all time. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about what I thought for this. This is kind of a short video, just getting back into it. I'm going to get back on my schedule starting this week. Hopefully I can start to feel better. This week, of course, we got Thanksgiving in the United States, but I will still have a video up for Friday. What else? Yeah, so sorry that I hadn't made a video in a while. Like I said, I was in Japan, then I came home. I was really sick. Planned on making one Friday, couldn't stop coughing. So I was like, yeah, I just don't want to put this video out because I'm just coughing. So I figured I'd just do a short video here for you guys today. I don't know what I'm going to have up Friday. It depends on how I'm feeling, but I do have a submission for VGC Doctor, so maybe we will do that. And yeah, but anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about what these regulations are going to look like going forward down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys thumbs it up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.